G'day everybody, Duckville here. Welcome to a Protoss vs Zerg game that we've got. Protoss vs Protoss, sorry. I have Zerg on the mind. I was like just playing ladder and I was playing some Zerg. But no, we've got a Protoss vs Protoss coming up here. It is on the NA ladder between two very high quality Protoss players. Featuring our Clarity Gaming player who has dropped a replay pack over on Team Liquid. Hope you're all enjoying some of those games in there. From Clarity Gaming over in Canada, this is Pooh. And Pooh is having a little bit of a chat there with his opponent down here at the bottom right hand side. From Root Gaming, it is Sage. And of course, you know, it is a Protoss versus Protoss, so something funky is bound to happen. And Sage is going to be the one who is going to be opening up this kind of thing. And we'll see what happens, because Pooh is, as I mentioned, a very good player. His general playstyle consists of kind of looking more towards the late game. I'm not sure how the PvP is these days, but I haven't actually been able to watch his stream much just because I've been a little bit busy. But Sage is going to be going for the double gate, it looks like. Or possibly could be that cider thing that people have been doing. But we'll see how Pooh is going to react. He is checking around his base here, just wanting to make sure he can figure out what's going on. And yeah, Sage is going to be heading back. This is something that I have seen Sage do in a PvP he was playing in one of the local C tournaments here, where we had just a tournament on the weekend. Where we'll see if he's going to be doing a similar sort of thing. And but this could be quite interesting, because yeah, Sage is now on his way back and he is going to be getting the pylon back up at home. Pooh, of course, upon scouting this gateway, is going to be thinking, alright, well, he could be going for some weird sort of cheese here because of the gateway there, but no second gateway, and so far no cyber just yet, so he's going to be keeping an eye on that kind of stuff. But as we can see, Zealot going to be quickly chronoed out so he can make sure that he does have some defense. A cyber going to go up as well, and I think that Pooh should be fine for the moment. I mean, it's not as if Sage is chrono boosting anything out. He's just, oh, there you go, just as I said that he does. But the first Zealot now pops out for Sage, but Pooh should be okay. Just a little bit of micro is required to make sure that you are being very careful with this initial Zealot here. But got to keep an eye on that probe as well. You don't want this probe just sneaky around, placing another pylon down or blocking anything off or something like that. So got to watch out for these kinds of things. Speaking of which, the Zealot now diving inside. Pooh with a little bit of micro. Just loses one of his probes, unfortunately. He's going to poke about. The reason, you may be wondering, why is he sending these probes along with this? Well, this is actually just so he can try and get a good angle on the Zealot there, maybe trap it in and try and kill it off. The second Zealot from Sage now just jumping inside, looking to get some more kills off with some good micro. Pooh should be able to keep most of these probes alive. Only 3 workers killed so far, not too badly done by Pooh so far. And the 2 Zealots will now head to the ramp. A Stalker also on the way out. Sage does have his own Stalker just about to come through as well, because his Cyber did finish up back at home. And it looks as if, yeah, Pooh's just going to go to work on this pylon. I don't think he's going to be able to kill it before the Stalker gets out. However, the Stalker is going to be in a lot of trouble if it pops down directly on top of the units. And Pooh should get a few good shots off on this Stalker here. I doubt he's going to kill it though. It should be able to wander away. Won't take too much damage. If Sage tries to compete with some of these with the units that are in hot pursuit, then maybe he might actually lose it. But no, he's just going to continue to run away. Another gateway back at home for Sage is on the way. Mothership Core also just being produced right now, and a second gate is also being added on. But for Pooh, over on his side of the map, he knows that he's in a pretty decent position. Of course, the reason that we can say that is that Sage is obviously he's sort of effectively lost a gateway and a pylon, and hasn't really gotten a huge amount of damage for it. All that was gained by Sage's proxy there was a couple of probe kills, and that's not exactly a huge amount. It's only 3, so he doesn't really benefit too much from that just yet. But now with Pooh getting his Twilight Council out, a second gate is now coming up. We'll probably see a third gate in just a moment. Yeah, there you go. So he is going to go up to, I would assume it's just going to be a very, very normalized kind of 3-gate blink that'll be coming out of the Clarity Gaming Protoss player. Meanwhile, for Sage, he's going to be in a little bit of a precarious position. The reason for that is obviously that he still doesn't have any tech just yet. I would guess that Sage is going to be going for Blink, but I mean, he's going to have, oh, it's going to be a Stargate. Okay, so he's going to go for a Stargate to try and get some, perhaps a Void Ray out to help defend, or maybe he's just going to try and go a little bit YOLO and send a an Oracle across the map to try and get some damage back, but he is going to lose quite a few of his probes. The Zealots inside the mineral line there, as we can see, and as Sage gets a couple of Stalkers out, he should be able to defend most of this, but he has already lost a couple of workers there. Pooh already, well, gaining a few more kills there, really helping out his situation. Now with the worker count 23 to 23, so it's a little bit even at the moment. Sage looking to come back across the map. He does have a 3 Stalker count at the moment. He'll have a couple more coming through very soon as well. And with the Stargate just about done, we'll see what Sage wants to go for here. I would guess it's going to be an Oracle at this point, just given the position of that rally point, or in fact, it's going to be a Phoenix. Okay, so he's going to use a Phoenix, possibly thinking that Pooh is going to go for his own Stargate and try and get an Oracle in here to take advantage of Sage's low unit count at that time. But now, as we can see, Pooh already with his blink tech just about done. He is probably going to be pushing forwards. There is a probe looking to place a proxy pylon across the map, and once this pylon goes down, you can guarantee your bottom dollar that it is going to be a pretty aggressive play coming out from Pooh, unless the pylon gets scouted, and in fact it will. Sage is going to find that, should be able to, he really wants to pick off this pylon in particular, sorry, the probe in particular, there you go. But the 2 pylons are now down, they are going to complete, and while there is a Phoenix heading across the map, I'm sure that Sage knows he's in a little bit of trouble, and he's going to have to really pull out all the stops to try and defend this, because once the Stalkers get into a pretty high number, which they are right now, and there you go, a forward blink onto the ramp, just jumps up there and says, I am done with you, sir. He's going to take down the rest of these units. Sage looking for the Dark Shrine, but I mean, it's going to be way too late. This building takes around about 7 years to finish up. Of course, the other issue that he has is that, you know, there's going to be constant pressure, and while Sage, if he can get a DT out, he might be able to cut down a few of these Stalkers that are constantly pressuring him. There is still going to be more and more following that up. So Pooh is in a very nice position right now. Mothership Core being harassed by that Phoenix. It looks as if Pooh wants to possibly get into a position to blink on top of it there. But the one thing that Sage will have is a relatively nice sort of setup of his base here. We can sort of see that he's got what is effectively like a large wall protecting this side of the base. Now, it does offer Stalkers a little bit of space to try and shoot at some of these pylons here, but I mean, you know, it can force a little bit of a trap. Like if Pooh jumps over here, moves into this position, and Sage can sort of try and cover some of the spots, it could help him out. But I mean, the battle is definitely going to go the way of Pooh. As we can see, he's now just utilizing his blink. The Mothership Core will go down, but a Time Warp is thrown out there, and does do a lot of work, slowing down the probes and also the Stalkers. The Dark Shrine completes at the back. Pooh, does he see it? Yes, he does. So he knows that there will be a little bit of a Dark Templar threat back at home. He does not have any detection coming out just yet, but the DT is going to hack up some of these units here. And I think for Pooh, he may just, he may fall back. I don't think he's going to fully retreat, though. You can possibly just sit here and wait for, oh sorry, there is an observer now coming out, but once the second observer comes across the map, that is going to be it. There is going to be no real way that Sage is going to be able to salvage this game, so he's going to send out a DT, he's going to take apart the warp-in pylon over here. There is another probe just across the left-hand side of the map that is warping in a pylon to possibly get some more DT action going the way of Pooh, but Pooh says, your DT is out of position now, I'm going to try and get in there and get some really good damage done. Wonderful blinking there from Pooh, as he is slowly taking apart the Stalker count of Sage. Sage does not have his Mothership Core available with, or just picked up all the energy it needed, but a GG from Sage, and that will be it. So make sure you go and check out the replay pack from Clarity Gaming's Pooh, a Canadian Protoss player who will show you some awesome strats in PvP, PvZ, and PvT. I'll catch you all next time. Here, as you can see, 47 damage to bio units and then the 34 damage against other standard targets. His storms have also been wonderful, just spreading them out across the battlefield, doing really, really nicely there. And for minigun, he's been sticking with a much more